All right, and a pleasant good morning to you from Tony'sPicks.com, and welcome to Night Moves here for Thursday, January the 8th, DeAndre, and going to have a big night, big weekend starting tonight. I don't know, some people are calling it one of the better, a newborn, great sports weekend. Seems like we always have, is this the best? Is this the most exciting? We do have some great football games coming up here in the next 5 days, including the national semifinal tonight between the Miami Hurricanes and the Mississippi Rebels. These are going to be some great semifinals. DeAndre and I will break it down here in just a moment. And thank you for everyone joining us here. DeAndre, couldn't help but, go back to last night's show. And we were talking, your Pelicans taking on the Hawks. And you mentioned their the potential of Trae Young, he's been injured, but how much of it is just keeping him on the sidelines a little bit is I wasn't sure he was going to get traded that quickly, but tonight he's traded to the Washington Wizards. Look, the Wizards aren't, world beaters at this point. They obviously have some great young talent. Trae Young is not young anymore necessarily. He's still got probably the better part of his career ahead of him. And I don't know, it just feels like Washington for some of those young players might be just a stepping stone eventually to another team, because the Wizards never do anything. But there are some exciting players on the Wizards, with Bub and those guys. So what'd you think? Did he end up in the right place, or do you think it was like
I really just don't know who the trade really benefited. Like, I really just don't know. I'm trying to see, like, how did CJ McCollum help the Hawks get better? I kind of see what the Wizards trying to do. They got their franchise guard now that they've been searching for since they lost John Wall. But I just want to see who gonna win the trade. Basically, I think right now at this point of time, with all the talent, I think the Hawks won. Got rid of a bad defensive player. CJ McCollum not really better defensively, but he ain't such a liability like Trae Young is. So
I got him on the downside of his career, certainly, but maybe that's the Hawks can get just the stability there with him. Kispert's been injured for a few weeks here right now, so maybe the Hawks get a veteran and Young. I guess it's good riddance, and the talk about what Trae brings or what he doesn't bring to the table comparatively to how much money he's making right now at about almost 50 million left on his contract, 45 million left on his contract there for a player like, that people are talking about doesn't play much defense, or maybe doesn't have the leadership, but, he got off to a pretty good start to his career. I don't know what happened, so we'll see. But I do like
what up, everybody in that chat? Cal Dog 73, Mr. Weskers. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody?
Right.
Hope everybody having a good night / good morning. Here with my man, Mr. Ramon, ready to break down these games. We got some college basketball, a short NBA card, but we got a good football game. That's all that matters. As long as we got football, things going good.
I ignored Mr. Wester's
here. Got our best bets at Tony'sPicks.com. Got 15% discount code Tony T. So hey, we got a team full of good cappers, 5 live shows. So we rolling right now. We trying to hit 54,000 subscribers. So let's get it.
I ignored Mr. Weskers, apparently, DeAndre. I don't know what I've done here, but let me say hello to him now, and let me say hello to Cal Dog, and let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com and take a look at the handicapper leaderboard, see who's hot over there from yesterday. I think I went 2-3, DeAndre, here, and take a look at some of the hot cappers. Loading up there, winning day. The high volume guys were strong here today. with Steve and Vegas Al up there, Ron as well, bringing home the winners there. So great job to the team.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
Shout out to the squad. Shout out to the team, man. We printing, so it's a new year, so we just trying to continue printing. I got my best bet ready to go for Thursday. We ready to do it. We loaded up, So like I said, got a NBA, college basketball, college football. Mr. Ramon got y'all with the hockey. Shout out them Dallas Stars. So hey, we got action all over, so ready to break down the card, man. Shout out to everybody. Weskers, Cal Dog. I know y'all gonna load up in here and come join us, so appreciate all that love and that support. Y'all keep showing up and we're gonna keep delivering, man. Night moves.
Look at Eduardo here. He wants to do the hockey first, but then DeAndre would be sitting here. DeAndre is nice enough to wake up for us on some nights. I know you're hanging out late nights sometimes, DeAndre.
Yeah.
NHL comes last because we have DeAndre here on the show. So please,
Eduardo, come back in about 30 minutes. Mr. Ramon gonna be ready for you. About 35 minutes.
Yeah, DeAndre with 12 games in NHL tomorrow. I'll be here for a while.
Yeah, come back in a few. He's gonna be ready for you.
Yeah, and Mr. Wesco's complaining about that Trailblazers game. So, hey, we did have some great winners here on the show last night. DeAndre, you brought us the Hornets there last night here on the show. You gave us the Pistons there minus the points. Some great picks yesterday, DeAndre. Hey, you gave me Brooklyn. I turned it into a premium last night.
Okay, yes, sir. Hey, that's how they go. Me and Mr. Ramon, we roll off each other.
Premium, right? I mean, heck.
Yeah. Hey, I ain't gonna lie though, man. Mr. Ramon, I looked in Orlando was stepping on the gas.
No, not about it. I mean, hey, Brooklyn didn't win the game. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I needed the points there.
Most definitely. That's why you always take the points. Sometimes the money line looks so good. You getting that plus money. Then here comes the end of the game, and they lose by 2. The spread 2.5. So.
Oh yeah, no, and look, that was a bet. How many we've seen it before? Orlando with the fourth quarter, they can't hit water out of a boat. I mean, 14 points again. That's not the first time they've gone cold late against teams there. So great calls there last night, DeAndre, with some of the great picks here on the show, and hopefully we're going to bring home some more winners here. Hey, I was able to give us some last night too. I had the under in that Raptors-Toronto game. I gave us the under in Phoenix and Memphis last night for a winner here as well. So we brought it home for some picks. Let's get the picks from the chat as well, as we have, like I said, 10 or 11 games you and I are going to go over. Then the big hockey card, and of course we'll talk football here to start the show, but go over to Tony'sPicks.com, use promo code TonyT at checkout, save 15% off all those premium pick packages.
Let's get it. Let's have a good show, man. Shout out to everybody in that chat once again, man. Get y'all a little snack, get y'all a little, me and Mr. Ramon ain't gonna be here too, get y'all a little, and we're gonna be right here. So let's get it. His foot was clearly on the line. League see what it wants to see. Yeah, everybody know the league been doing that since Kevin Durant was clearly out of bounds when he used to play with the Warriors versus the Rockets, and so hey, shout out Timmy Tushu, man. Miami, Florida, 3.5, 52 versus Mississippi.
There you go.
Hey man, who y'all liking in this one, man? Who y'all liking, man?
Carson
Beck got a lot on the line in this game. We know he used to go to Ole Miss, so hey, he got a lot on the line in this game.
I'll tell you one thing. Look at this, DeAndre. I'm going to pop this up just real quick, if you don't mind, on the screen here. But I mentioned, I think in the last game, I think you were here with. Did we preview one of the games with Miami here previously?
I think we did. I had took Miami with the points.
Okay, and look, I want to show you here, DeAndre. This is how far back I go. Here's an interview that I was doing. This is back in the high school days of one of the hottest players in this game in the postseason right now. Look, here I am with Keon. Look, just to my left there, you could call them almost the Scott brothers, DeAndre. I'm interviewing here. Look, Keontae Scott right there to my left. This is 5 or 6 years ago now, but I've known Key for a long time. You saw him with the big interception last week.
Yeah, Shout out Key. Shout out Key.
Yeah, look at how cool he was too. The thing about him, DeAndre, he came to he actually went to my old high school, Helix High, a great powerhouse in San Diego, who produced Reggie Bush, Alex Smith, among others. And Key, came to school there and kind of late. He was, born in San Diego and then was in Las Vegas, and just wanted to show that I've been knowing Key. Look how young I look, DeAndre.
Yeah, you look young.
So could be a great game here tonight.
Mr. Viho 1990 say Miami defense is tough. Okay, we'll see. Me and Mr. Ramon gonna cap it,
Yeah, well,
man, Mr. Ramon is a legend. Facts.
Well, does that make me? Do I have to go with young Ramon? It was about 6 years ago, because Keys had a whirlwind tour. He went to, after high school, went to junior college at Snow College, was an All-American, then Auburn for 3 years, and then now with Miami. So he's one of. Can I go against Key here? I don't know if I can, but let me hear what you have to say about the game. I mean, I'm obviously going to make a pick as well in this one, and maybe I'm supposed to go with Key. Maybe he's going to make the big play. That interception, DeAndre, that he turned in where he jumped. I mean, you talk about knowing what play was coming. I'm talking about that interception return, 72 yards in the previous game that gave Miami a 14-0 lead in a game that was pivoted on defense. Timmy says that Hurricanes will be rushing here against Chambliss. Look, Chambliss certainly has maneuverability there. I mean, if any player in this tournament or this season right now is had on the come up here, DeAndre, with how well they're performing and their expectations, Chambliss is among them. He's put himself, into the mix in the NFL talk at quarterback. So what do you think here, DeAndre? This is going to be a great matchup. Obviously, you have the whole, situation with Ole Miss, with the coaching situation having deteriorated. But look, another thing is, Kiffin built this squad for a moment like this, just because of, where he's gone. All the players came there. They're all in position here to win a national title, but Miami has done a great job here, and they end up the favorite.
Yeah, man. Ole Miss has passed for 300 yards or greater in 5 straight games. They have defended the run well in the playoffs. Miami's strength in the playoffs have been their run defense. Both quarterbacks have stepped it up in the playoffs. But I think Miami pass defense is an issue.
An issue for Ole Miss, like it's too strong?
No, I think Ole Miss is going to be able to attack Miami pass defense.
That's so interesting, because I mean, I don't know if that's the right narrative, but I almost agree with it. I mean, I'm an SEC guy.
Right, most def. Like I said, Miami has passed for 300 yards. I mean, Ole Miss has passed for 300 yards or greater in 5 straight games. In the game versus Georgia, the Rebels rushed for 4 yards a carry, had good movement in the passing game. On defense, they allowed 3.3 yards per run, 219 passing yards. The quarterback the quarterback for all the Rebels went 30 for 46, 262 yards, 2 touchdowns. So I think this Ole Miss offense is going to be able to move.
I hope so. I'm good. I'm glad you're picking the side. I get to pick the total. That's so maybe I get to avoid any controversy here, at least at this point, because I really like Key, and I want him to have I want him to be the star of this game. I do a website, Key, where I cover all the high school kids from my area and pick, the games and everything. I've told you that. And, I wrote a story after he wrote that interception. And so, so look at him. So look, Miami's won their last 6 games and given up just 10 points in those games here right now. And, look, their defense has done it. Look at the scores so far in these games, right? 10-3, 24-14. So look, I think they have a great defense here for sure, but I think this is going to be a tight game. I mean, I think those points are going to be important here. I think that hook might be important too, DeAndre. Whether or not they need it, maybe Ole Miss can win there. I'm taking the under here in this one with what we've seen from the Miami defense so far. Cristobal has not been a great favorite, in his coaching career. And Miami usually a little bit rugged off of wins, 14-22 ATS here. Also, the ACC has struggled this season as non-conference favorites at 12-23 against the spread. So, you still have plenty of Kippen's assistants here for sure. And, Ole Miss, they are pretty good on some of these numbers. So 13-9, last 22 as a dog. And I'm going to go under here in this one. And let's see what you guys say.
Ryan Jeff, 61-25, Money Making Thursday. Let's go, baby. Let's do it. Got some college football, college basketball, NBA. Let's do it.
Yep. So I think that was a vote for Ole Miss from you, DeAndre.
I got to ride with that SEC, Mr. Ramon.
Yeah. No, I feel
Shout out Tate. Shout out Keon Tate. You got to go with that SEC ball.
Number zero out there, Keon, and the Scott, the Scott brothers.
Shout out the Scott brothers, man. I'm gonna definitely be looking for my down that field.
All right, and Mr. Miho worried about the staff, but still has some of his assistants coaching at Ole Miss still.
Maurice Walker, 785. Welcome to that chat.
Hello, Maurice. All right, good to have him. He's with me, huh? You like the under?
Mr. Ramon like that under.
I got to take the under, DeAndre. If I'm at least going to talk a little bit. Hey, Real Kev also in the chat. What's he saying? Who's taking the over though? He's taking the over in this one. Okay, no problem there.
Shout out for Real Kev.
Look, I think Chambliss ended up here. Remember Simmons was the quarterback, and now Simmons is looking. Simmons is going. We'll see what Ole Miss does now, but things are going to change a little bit for Ole Miss. But Chambliss ended up with 3,600 yards passing, 21 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He wasn't even necessarily the starter. His story is wild, actually, in the terms of football as quarterbacks today. And Carson Beck, hey, been there. He's been here. He's been there. He's been there. Done that.
The first half under 24.5 is a gift to the people. Hey, y'all listen to my man Timmy too.
How about maybe under first quarter even. I mean, look at that last Miami game here too. So look, I like these quarterbacks. I mean, but these defenses might do it as well. So all right, enjoy the game, everybody, and be a good one. I mean, this is just the start of a great weekend. You got the football games on Thursday and Friday, DeAndre, the college games. You got Saturday the 2 games, and you got Sunday the 3, and then the Monday night as well. So it's going to be a great weekend here for sure with the football games. And thank you to everyone in the chat. DeAndre taking Ole Miss plus those points, and I'm on the under here.
With me with Ole Miss on the points. Drop in the chat if you're with me on Ole Miss and the points, man. Let's get it. Shout out everybody in that chat.
We'll hear it from the chat right now and see if anybody else chimes in. We'll get ready to move on here, DeAndre. We've got some other games to cover, and really appreciate you guys in the chat. Enjoy this great game tomorrow. And, kind of forget, this is the Fiesta Bowl. So it's weird. You could win like two or three bowl games.
Do it, cat dog.
You could win 2 bowl games nowadays. DeAndre, they're going to fix that somehow. All right, let's get ready. Oh, here comes. Okay, here they come, DeAndre. I think there's some Ole Miss consensus in here, and to me, I don't know. I feel like Miami's the public side. Did you get a feel for that at all?
Maybe Beck kind of overrated.
All right. Anybody in your circles, your friends, or anybody saying it, or you just feel like? And here's Maurice. There's that first half under. Thank you, chat. All right. Yeah, it just feels like Mr. 4600 says Miami is the public side. Percentage-wise, I think that's what we've seen here real quick. Let me just peek at it, and then we'll get a move on here. I'm showing The spread tickets are actually, according to my reports here, a little bit on the Ole Miss side, 57% of the tickets, but the money line tickets are actually on Miami. So it's pretty evenly balanced in the betting, it feels like there. All right, what did Timmy Chushu say last comment here? That could be if you really like Miami taking first half and like Georgia, like the Georgia game. Okay. All right. Hey, nobody saw this one coming maybe when you're talking about Miami and Ole Miss, but here we are. And credit to Kiffin. He's rooting for him. It's like roots for him.
I see him on Twitter. Yeah, I be seeing him on
right,
Twitter.
He's sending these men. Everybody's like, shut up, coach. But I don't know. I mean, you got to feel like he's got still a vested interest here. It's easy for the fans. I've said it before, DeAndre. Easy for the fans, but look where Ole Miss was. I mean, and they're probably not coming back. They're going to be hard to get back to stay at this level without him. I mean, no, you can say what you want about him, but maybe they can do it. This would be a great story if they could do it. Great story for Miami too. All right, let's go to the NBA. Thanks to the chat, everybody. You guys, looks like you finished your comments. We just have a 4-game NBA card here on Thursday night. Let's get to it. Pacers and the Hornets here, DeAndre. Hey, you were on the Hornets yesterday, but they are on the back-to-back. The Pacers were off here coming into this one. So, Hornets did a nice job there against those Raptors yesterday, DeAndre. They didn't win, but they got the money for us there in the game against Toronto, and I gave us the under. So, what do you think here is Hornets on the back-to-back, but they are at home and they're favored here over the Pacers, of course, by 4. Total. Oh, this total here is, I think it's still at around there at 233.5.
Yeah. In this game, and in this game, I think. Hold on. I got it. In this game, I really think it's a bad spot for the Hornets. They just lost to the Raptors 97-96. Pacers were competitive versus the Cavs. They should have won that game. But I'll take the Pacers in this one. I don't want to live with the Hornets after that tough loss. The Pacers coach Rick Carlisle is searching for his 1,000th career win. He's at 999 at the moment.
It has been for the last 2 weeks.
So, hey, man, 3
weeks.
He eventually got to get this win. Bro.
They've lost 10 straight, DeAndre, but they have covered some. They've covered a few games.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie though. The Pacers have been covering though, so I'll take the Pacers.
No, they covered the game against Cleveland there the other night. Charlotte's been a good cover, 11-7 against the spread at home. Even though the Pacers haven't been a great team, they're probably about a 50-50 cover, about 7-10 on the road, just 1-4 against the spread. Last 5 though against Charlotte. Charlotte's covered right now 5 straight games here. Watch out. 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two teams have gone under, and Charlotte's been a constant under here right now, DeAndre. They are 14-23 to the under. These two teams are combined 29-45 to the under here. So I'm going to go ahead and go under in this one. I will say this, Charlotte's only been favored 5 times this season, and they did go over in 3 of them, but I think I'm going to try the under here in this one. The first meeting went over as Indiana won that game 127-118 at home. And I'm going to go under. DeAndre says, go ahead and you got to take the Pacers one of these times to get it. Let's see what we've got.
Facts.
Pacers may never
this is the game, bro. Hopefully, chat. Shout out to everybody in that chat.
And all right, let's continue on here right now. And with Cavaliers taking on the Timberwolves, 2 of the worst spread teams in the league here, DeAndre. That's what makes it tough, because both these teams are still pretty good. Yeah, Cleveland's had a rugged season a little bit for them right now. They're still over 500, underachieving a little bit, but they've had a few injuries. Minnesota, meanwhile, still doing a great job, 24-13. But man, these teams you got Cleveland 12-26 against the spread, Minnesota 16-21. They've actually kind of picked it up here of late spread-wise. They were more like Cleveland. They were both clicking about 35-40%. So you got the Wolves here favored by 2.5. total 239.5 here.
Yeah, in this one, man, I think the Cavs kind of been alright, and when they've been receiving points, we seen them beat the Spurs outright as a dog.
Yeah, they're
Mitchell
3
coming to this game with extra rest. Both of these teams struggle to rebound, and they got Rudy Gobert, Julius Randle, Evan Mobley, and Jarrett Allen, but they struggle to rebound. But I'll take the Cavs in this one. They're 4-1 ATS in their last 5. Cavs should be kind of healthy, having their main guys in this one. So I'll take the Cavs in this one.
Yeah, Spider was on the injured list, but he's going to play. I'm sure he's listed as probable here, but did have an injury noted there. Timmy Two Shoes on the Cavs here, and look, the Cavs do have that poor spread record. I did say it, DeAndre, 12-26, but you mentioned as a dog, 3-3 ATS.
Yeah.
That sounds like that's 500. I get it. But when you're 12-26 against the spread, this means I think that the underdog role is your best role for the Cavaliers, at least at this time. Hey, Kelly is in the chat. Hi, Kelly. Man,
hi, Kelly. Happy New Year.
Kelly made it here in the middle of the night with us.
Happy New Year, Kelly.
Kelly, did you set your alarm to come on tonight? 6 of 8 over. Oh, Kelly's giving away my play, DeAndre. I'm going over in this one. Look, Minnesota's an under team at home, no doubt. But I think here with just this combination here, I want to go over in this one. 6 of the last 8, as Kelly said there. We got some other comments as well. Minnesota Wolves are playing lights out right here. So, yeah, wins over Miami twice and hammered Washington, covered in that one. Cal Dog on the Cavs. Mr. Westwood says he's been riding this Wolves team. Yeah, they've erased that poor spread record for the most part. Spider over on his points as well. And let's see. Mitchell can go nuts, says Timmy Two Shoes in this one. I've got the over. It's a big number, but I'm taking the over in this one. DeAndre says take the Cavs plus the points here against the Wolves, just 2.5. But all right, let's move on here to our next one, DeAndre. We got the Heat and the Bulls in this one. You got the Heat favored here on the road by the Bulls. I know they've fallen here, but I don't know. I have a feeling we're going to hear from DeAndre. Let's see what he thinks here in this one. Look, we mentioned it before. Chicago, one of the best underdogs in the league. It didn't help them last night. You had them, DeAndre. You said take the Pistons, and they routed the Bulls there by double digits, covered that spread like you told us they would. And now you got Miami coming in here, laying the points to these to the Bulls. The Bulls were actually covering pretty well, but they were just probably up against it there. 3 straight losses and failed to cover the spread in these last 3. So I guess they're just streaky.
Yeah, man. Y'all know where we going with this one, man. We all over the Bulls. This is a Bulls spot. This is where we want the Bulls at home, as in the underdog role, getting all these points. I just think Miami offense is overvalued in this spot. The Heat like to play fast, but I think the Bulls gonna be able to play fast because they're getting Kobe White back in this game. We just seen the Heat lose on the road to the Wolves. This is where I want the Bulls at, man. At home in that underdog role. I'll take the Bulls getting the points.
Yeah, still no Giddy here, but look, the Bulls have just lost and failed 3 straight. I got to mention that's fair, but the Bulls 14-6 against the spread as an underdog this season. It is kind of their best role. Miami is a decent spread team for sure, 10-7 against the spread on the road here, but a little bit of a hefty number for this Miami team. They're not, as much as I've been on them here a little bit this year, they've been one of my teams, DeAndre, to kind of roll with. And they've been a profitable team, but does feel a little bit dicey at 7.5. But I'll tell you what, I got to go under with these two right now. And pretty much just trend-wise for me here. Miami's gone under in 11 of their last 16 games overall. Chicago's gone under in 7 of their last 9. And the series has gone under in 10 of the last 12. And that's with the last game, DeAndre, believe it or not, 143-107. That it sounds like an over, but it went under, actually. I don't know. You probably almost got to still call it an over. The total on that game was 250.5. and it landed 250. So I'm not going to count that one, but I'm going to take the under at 240.5 here with the Heat and the Bulls. The Bulls are 6-13 to the under at home, as well as part of that 2-7 streak here to the under, and Miami 6-11 to the under as a favorite. So DeAndre taking the Bulls plus the points. I'll be on the under, and let's see what we got from our chat here in this one, and it's going to be Bulls. Mr. Weskers has his attention. That is a big number.
Thanks, Mr. Weskers.
Blowout for Maurice.
Come on, Maurice. Come on.
Some people call him Maurice. Bulls at home here. Get the 7.5. Timmy Two Shoes says Giddy's been out for a while here with that injury. Mr. Weskers is saying, come on, get back in the lineup, young man. And Maurice says, he's got the next game, so maybe we'll just move on to it. Maurice is ready to go with our final game of the night. Let's get to it. It'll be the Mavs here on the road, taking on the Utah Jazz. I can't help but, when they go to Cooper Flagg and they interview him, I mean, they're, this kid basically they're at the end of the game, but he's pretty well spoken for a young man. Dallas here, bad game here to wrap us up, but Utah's on a long losing streak right now. Dallas has won 2 straight. They look pretty good there on that national TV game. I was kidding with you last night, DeAndre. I couldn't believe that the Kings and the Mavericks were the national TV.
And they put on the show last night. They put on the show.
It was a good game.
Yeah, they put on the show, man. Can't be mad at it, but
198. They didn't cover the spread in that one, but they have won 2 straight here. But Dallas has been kind of a poor spread team, and hey, Utah got that money last night. DeAndre, no disrespect, you were talking about the Thunder, but we know they ended up their SGA. Yeah, he's in, he's out, he's back in. So they weren't totally focused, I don't think, to get the maybe to get the money in that one. Last night. They still took care of business. It just took overtime. So Utah keeps covering some spreads here.
Yeah, man. Really, me honestly, in this one, if you watch that Kings game last game, then that should make you want to attack the Jazz money line in this one at home, at the crib where they play their best ball, man. If you want to lay the points with the Mavericks on the road, then go do it. The Dallas Mavericks is 1-7 straight up in their last 8 road games. Ooh. They're 0-8 ATS. Dallas struggles on the offense. They can't score. I can't lay this many points with Dallas on the road. Jazz have been a good cover team at home. They play their best ball at home. So I'll take the Jazz with the points, and I ain't mad at a shot on the money line. That's just me.
Yeah, no, look, I mean, it's funny, right? The Jazz have actually lost 5 straight here right now, but they're still 13-6 ATS at home right now. You mentioned it, Dallas with their woes here as well on these road games now. So look, I think if you look 2-9, they're 2-9 against the spread as a favorite. I mean, Dallas, no favors here. It feels like from Dallas in this one, but Utah is DeAndre 15-4 to the over at home. Now Dallas is 2-9 to the under as a favorite, and 6 of the last 7 between the two teams have gone under. But I'm taking the over in this one between Dallas and Utah. And DeAndre says take Utah plus those points. Utah has gone over in 5 straight games at home in 12 of their last 17 as part of that. So you really have a Dallas team that does go under and a Utah team that does go over. And to make the decision for me, they played back on December the 15th here in Utah, and Utah won it 140-133 in that one as a 1-point dog. And now they're getting 7.5, and they won that game. Dallas did win an earlier meeting. Yeah, I'll tell you. Let's see here. Can we get over? Viral's here today. He said, yeah. Hey,
Shout I'm taking Viral. I think we can. I think we seen this Jazz team put up 150 some points at home before. So hey, I think the Jazz come with it in this game. I'm just saying. That's just
all right. DeAndre's on him. Take Utah, and I'm on the over here. We gave you a pick and a side and a total on every NBA game there, DeAndre. Thank you, and thank you to
Appreciate
the chat.
Everybody in that chat. Appreciate y'all dialogue.
Oh, DeAndre, see, I know I'm on the right side of these totals. If look what
FanDuel already moved it up to 21,
oh damn,
20, 241 and a half. Yeah,
yeah,
I think this
yep.
one
So
gonna be a
did
lot of
DraftKings.
scoring. No, I ain't gonna lie though, the Dallas Mavericks defense has been aight. It's been the offense that's have been having the problems.
Yeah, yeah, and Flag can't do it himself. I mean, you can just talk about the storylines, but it's hard to ignore what this guy does, game in and game out. Can't wait till he grows up. All right, that's it for our NBA coverage. That's all the games we got in the NBA, but we've got a college card to look at. So get ready here in the chat, and we picked out 5 games, I think, here, DeAndre and I. It's a lot of mid-major action here tonight, DeAndre, on Thursday. Big card, but mostly mid-major games and some late West Coast. But we do have one afternoon game. Let's take a look at that to get us started. With Hofstra taking on Towson here in this one. You got Towson here favored in this one, 2.5 and 134.5 here in this one, DeAndre. We got a matinee going on here. In fact, I think it might have actually gone down here a little bit. I'm showing some 1.5s out there actually right now in most of the spots. Hofstra comes in here hot. They're 11-4. They're on a winning streak coming in here. Meanwhile, for Towson, they come in here just 8-8, and they've lost 3 in a row.
Yeah, man. I think it's a bad spot for Towson, man. They look really flat. They rely on their defense. I think Hoshford got the best player on the court in Davis. He played 40 minutes every single game. Towson lost by 1.5. Hampton on the road. Then they just got embarrassed at home. And like you said, Mr. Ramon, Hofstra come into this game on a 6-game win streak. Towson come in with 3 losses in a row. I'm gonna be on Hofstra to start the day off.
All right, DeAndre taking Hofstra here on the road. They're hot, and Towson is not. There's no doubt about it. Towson not really coming close in some of these games, DeAndre. Blown out by Monmouth, blown out by Hampton, blown out by William and Mary here. So we'll see. But right now, it does feel like 2 teams going in opposite directions here in the Coastal. And in the Coastal right now, you do have Hofstra at 2-0 here at this point. Towson's already 0-3. Wilmington's 3-0. Charleston's 3-0 right now. I'm going to take the under in this one. Towson having those scoring problems here. That's been their problem at this point. They're 4-10 to the under so far, 1-4 to the under at home, and 2-5 to the under here as a favorite. So I'm going to go under with Hofstra and Towson. And DeAndre says take Hofstra in this one plus a couple of points. Believe it or not, right now with the way things are going, man. Hofstra didn't cover that last one against Drexel, but look, they covered against Campbell. They even beat Syracuse and Pitt here recently. Wow. All right, good one. Let's see. Oh, did the chat have anything here? Let's see. Let's see. Hofstra Pride. Well, the Hofstra Pride says
Mr. Weskers, yeah. Syracuse did me bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Saw their star at least. I think he came back here finally, at least, right? Okay, let's move on here to another one in college ball. We're going to the added board here for this one, DeAndre. 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific with Lowell is on the road taking on Bryant. Here in this one, 2 teams struggling along here right now. You got Lowell coming in 6-10. Bryant is 6-10, but we're in conference play. They both won their last game. Bryant beat Maine. Lowell beat Albany here. Both teams are actually decent covers.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the points with UMass. Last time these 2 teams played, it was 79-78. I think Bryant gonna try to slow the game down. Bryant is bad, man. They were 1-4 their last 5. Besides this last win, they was on a losing streak before this last win. So I'm gonna be all over UMass Lowell with the points in this one.
Okay, taking Lowell here plus a couple of points.
They came in with a good win over Albany in their last game, so I think they used that as motivation to keep it rolling.
Okay, I hope so. They're 1-9 straight up on the road. Bryant is 4-1 straight up at home, but the class there is, pointing them as a close game, so no problem there. I'll go under here in this one. You got Bryant's gone under here big time right now, 3-10 to the under so far. Although all their home games have gone over so far, and I will mention Lowell has been a bit of an over team, but 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams have gone under. Last year it was over this number, although it went under in the game, as the game at Bryant last year was 85-62, and also Bryant won at Lowell 79-78. So Bryant actually won them both last year, but they didn't cover the game at Lowell. They were favored by 3.5 and only won by 1. I'm going to go under here in this one. Yep, with Lowell and Bryant. And does anybody in the chat have anything here with this one? Let's see. No, nothing there from the chat. Let's go on to another game on the added board here at 7 Eastern and 4 Pacific, with West Georgia here taking on North Florida. Directional schools here in this one, DeAndre. You've got West Georgia here favored on the road by 3, and the total here is 168 in this one.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna take the points with North Florida in this one. I don't want to lay points with West Georgia on the road. I think it's a good spot for North Florida to get their first D1 win. This is a true road game and conference play for West Georgia. West Georgia plays a weak schedule. North Florida has played a tough competition. North Florida opened up conference play at home. They was competitive in their last game versus Lipscomb on the road. They only lost by 8. So I think it's a good spot for them to getting these points. So I'll take the points with North Florida.
Okay, DeAndre here, going to take North Florida plus these points in this one. West Georgia is 2-0 so far in the standings. North Florida's 0-2. West Georgia won those first 2 conference games over Eastern Kentucky, over Bellarmine. They're 5-1 against the spread on the road, but North Florida 3-1 against the spread at home. They covered against Lipscomb. Lipscomb's a class of the conference here, I believe, this season, and they did cover against them. They lost by 12 as an 18.5-point dog. So North Florida did get that money despite the 0-2 conference start here in this one. And for me here, DeAndre, I'll look to the total here with these two. And you got a West Georgia team so far, 6-1 to the over in their last 7 games. And North Florida is 6-2 to the over as an underdog, going over in 4 of their last 5. So I've got the over here with West Georgia and North Florida. High number here, make sure, but 168, I'm taking the over. DeAndre has North Florida plus the points at home in ASUN action here. Anything from the chat? Let's take a look. Mr. Webb, we're breaking. Hey, you want to say, can we say hello to Good DZ? Maybe it's just good. I can't figure out these YouTube.
Good DZ4HK was on with you.
Oh, too good. Nice to see Good in the chat.
My boy?
He's looking for a little bit. He's mentioning there Middle Tennessee tomorrow. I don't know if you have anything on these, but thank you to Good in there. I don't know if I've gotten quite all the way there, but nice to have you. He's also talking about Stony Brook, one of DeAndre's favorite teams, I know.
I'm gonna see what I can do for you, my boy.
Okay, you look it up. Okay, I'll just show some of the comments while you're looking some stuff up here. Let's see. Kelly talking about Bobby Kennan there in North Florida right now. Look, it hasn't been pretty right now for this team. I mean, they were 2 wins for North Florida, and both of them were against non-board teams. They beat New College of Florida, not to be confused with Old College of Florida, and Trinity Baptist, and that is their 2 wins.
Man, they're trying to find their own. I think they're trying to find their first, D1 home win. So we'll see. But what game you say? Stony Brook versus who?
Well, I don't know. He's got 2 games up here. He's got Middle. I'm maybe at a loss for words here right now with these games he's asked about with the big card tomorrow. Middle, I don't know. I don't know if I see where they're
I see.
I'm supposed to be an expert at this, but and also he's mentioned
Middle Tennessee.
He's also yeah, he's talking about middle, and I don't know if I don't see him on this. Maybe I'm just missing it here. And he's also talking about Stony, and I don't even see Stony. I thought they played yesterday, actually.
Gotcha. We can go to the next game. It's good. I'm gonna get him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get him.
And let's see. Timmy Two Shoes in here. And there's Kelly. All right, great job, you guys in the chat. Thank you very much. Okay, let's we'll move on to the next one. Maybe we can track that down here. But let's go out west. There's a couple late games here. We're going to the West Coast here with Pacific taking on Portland here. DeAndre, Pacific going to be a road favorite. This is at 10 Eastern and 7 Pacific. You got Pacific coming in here 11-6 right now, but a couple of wins in a row. Portland's on a long losing streak here at this point. Pacific with conference wins here over Oregon State and Pepperdine. Portland, meanwhile, on this losing streak at this point. Here, DeAndre hasn't been a good start at all here for Portland. 7-10 right now, and a poor start to conference play.
Yeah, man. Portland lost 5 in a row, but they lost 5 in a row versus good competition. Pacific laying points on the road. I'm gonna just take Portland. I think they can win outright. Pacific been good. They won 2 games at home, but they lost 2 games on the road. I think Portland is going to be hungry to get a win. They're 0-4 in conference play, so I'll take Portland with the points.
All right, take the Pilots here plus the points. They are 5-4 against the spread so far at home. Pacific comes in here 2-2 in conference play. Portland 0-4 currently in conference play. Pacific here with an 8-4 record ATS on the road. DeAndre says take Portland here plus the points. I'm going over with this one, DeAndre. I can't tell you about the trends here necessarily. I don't think they necessarily point to an over in this one. In fact, Pacific is 3-7 to the under as a favorite here, but I like this one to go over on Thursday night between Pacific and Portland. Portland here 5-4 to the over at home, and they did cover against Santa Clara, getting 13.5 and a 92-85 loss here at home. I'm going to take the over in this one. Go to the chat here and see.
I like Middle Tennessee in that game. I think UTEP
took a step
down. I think UTEP took a step down from last season.
What does he say? 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Okay, I don't know why I'm not. I don't know why I'm not seeing it here. Thank you, guys. Okay, there it is. Okay. Okay, I do. 6 p.m. Pacific time. Okay, no wonder I see it there. I got it at 6 p.m. Pacific time. DeAndre, go ahead. What did you take? You take UTEP?
No, I like Middle Tennessee.
You like Middle on the road?
Yeah, I think UTEP took a step down this year.
Okay, good job.
I don't think it's the same team from last year.
Fair enough. Let me look at my ratings here and see if I have the play that I'm looking for here with this one. All right, we'll just leave it at that. DeAndre gives you the play there on middle. Thank you, Cal Dog. Really appreciate it. Timmy's on the under there. Good over in the Portland game. Timmy likes Portland as well. What was the other game there, though? Good was nice enough to talk about it. Oh, Stoney's playing Drexel there in that one. Let's see. I do have a pick already, I think, in that one. Let me see if I can't. I'll take care of the other one here, DeAndre.
Appreciate that.
Stony Brook and Drexel game here, and it is, I believe, going to be a total. Let me just check my ratings here real quick. I've got the under in that one. It is down here, I believe, to 133, maybe even 132.5 right now at DraftKings. I do have the under in that game between Stony Brook and Drexel. So there you go.
Timmy Tushu said, I like Portland too. Yeah, Timmy Tushu, most definitely, brother.
Thank you. And good to have Good to have good here in the chat, DeAndre. How about that?
Yeah,
Thank you.
good.
Good.
We all a team. We all a team. You know, we
Oh,
help each other out. You know, we all help each other out. We all look out for each other. So I appreciate y'all in the chat. Timmy Two Shoe, Cal Dog, Mr. Weskers. Send a figure. I'm happy you made it, bro. You made it just in time. Good morning. I'm happy you just woke up. So shout out to everybody in that chat, man. We having a good show. Appreciate everybody, man. We got
right.
y'all.
Good, and I agreed with the game there to go over. And oh, great, good. Yep, we are. Maybe we are the graveyard shift here, DeAndre. I've worked a few graveyard shifts in my day. I'll tell you. I'll tell you that. All right. Yeah, there's Cinna. I see it now. All right. Hey, we got one more here on the college card tonight. We're still in the West Coast Conference here with the Dons of San Francisco taking on the Loyola Marymount Lions in this one closely rated game here tonight, DeAndre. You've got LMU here, about a 1-point favorite over the Dons at Gersten Pavilion here. And what do you think? USF playing pretty well here right now. They're 11-6. LMU's lost 2 straight to Washington State, and they only lost by 35 to Gonzaga.
Yeah, gosh. San Francisco have a road win over Seattle. Loyola Marymount is 1-3 in conference play. Lions they have dropped 6 of 9 with bad defense. Man, I'm gonna take San Francisco in this one, getting them as a dog. I think they win this one outright.
Yeah, USF here 4-2 against the spread on the road coming into this one. So yeah, hey, beating that Seattle team on the road, that's not easy. I mean, they've had a
Yeah.
pretty Seattle's done a pretty good job here so far this year. I'm taking the over in this one. USF has played some pretty good defense, and they've been kind of an under team here for sure. They are 2-4 on the to the under on the road. LMU is 6-4 to the over at home, and that's where I'm headed. I'm going with the over in this one between San Francisco and LMU. And DeAndre says take USF here in this one. Let's say goodbye to the chat. Let's get their last comments here, DeAndre, and see if they had any plays too in this other game. Mr. Wester says San Francisco on the money line. Cal Dog also likes USF on the money line. And yeah, that's right, Timmy. That's back when we were dealing the cards there to the degenerates in the middle of the night. All right. Good job to the chat. Good job, DeAndre, as well. That's our look at basketball here on Night Moves. DeAndre, thank you so much for helping us out and getting those plays off. Enjoy the big game tomorrow. And of course, we have a great game on Friday as well. So, hey, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 15% off those premium pick packages. Take a look at DeAndre's best bet right here, right now.
Mr. Wesker said, "Can you tell us when you met Tony G one more time?" But yeah, though, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out Center. Center, we just finished up college basketball. You could go back ahead. We already talked about the college football game. We talked about the NBA full card, and we just finished up the college basketball card. So now Mr. Ramon is about to talk about hockey. Yeah, okay, dog. I gotta skate. I gave y'all the Dallas Stars yesterday, so I gotta skate. But nah, though, man. Shout out to everybody in that chat. Shout out Timmy Two Shoe, Cal Dog, Mr. Whiskers, Sinner. Shout out Good. Shout out.
Dallas is off tomorrow in hockey. About the only team that is off.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody in that chat, though, man. Maurice, Mr. Miho, Ryan, Jeff. Shout out to that whole chat. Shout out to everybody that's gonna watch this, But I got my best bet on Thursday. Best bet, I'm not gonna lie, man. We haven't started 2026 off the hottest, but it's all good. We lived for another day, I did the work. I didn't sit down. I locked in. I focused on this play. We got a bunch of action. This is my best bet of the day. So check it out and go back and watch the show and listen. You might be able to figure it out. So hey, use the code Tony T at checkout. Pair me and Mr. Ramon up 2-for-1 Kappa deal. Get 15% off and let's keep it rolling going into the weekend, man. Shout out to everybody. I appreciate all the love and the support. Happy New Year. If I haven't told you already, Money Making Thursday. Let's go into the weekend, trying to go into the weekend with a win. So let's go, man. Appreciate y'all for trusting me. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Good night, everybody. Appreciate you, Mr. Ramon. Night Moves. We the best.
Enjoy the game tomorrow, DeAndre. Enjoy that one. And thank you. All right. Thank you to the chat as well. Settle in. I've got a few more games to look at here. We're going to the ice for a 12-game NHL card, believe it or not, here. And let's get rolling and get to it. For plenty of action here still to come on Night Moves with this card. Let's take a look here. Big action here in the NHL on Thursday night. We're going to start off with. Got the Sabres here taking on the Rangers. And man, can you believe this Sabres team right now? How hot they are. Can you believe it? Yeah, they finally lost one, but hey, they bounced back with a win right after that to beat Vancouver. Here you've got, looks like Colton Ellis is going to be in here in this one. In the game here on Thursday. So this is a pretty big news here right now is Colton Ellis is going to be ready to start in this one for the Buffalo Sabres. So pretty exciting here with Ellis here is first outing since December the 9th and when he suffered a concussion. So he might be coming in here kind of replacing Lyon. Lyon was doing a great job, but I think he has suffered a lower body injury right now. Let me take a look at that injury report here. So, look, you don't want something to get in the way of a good thing, but we'll see. Ellis, a little bit touted here for sure. Let's see. Lyon, lower body, currently out of this lineup. So, it looks like Ellis is the one to get the nod here. Remember, Rangers pretty bad at home. That's for sure. So, look, you still have Pekka Luukkonen as well. But look, they've had we think of Buffalo winning all these games right now. It seems like they're playing every night. In fact, they've played 17 games over the last 31 days right now. So it's going to have to go down to yes, my cookies are on the cat litter commercial. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look here at this one with Buffalo, and I like Buffalo still. I mean, how can I not take Buffalo? We've been riding this streak here. Rangers are still 5-10 at home right now. Not great at home. We know they're better on the road, although they're starting to flatten out a little bit with that. But you look at the standings right now, Rangers still mired in 6th place in the Metro. Meanwhile, Buffalo's found their way all the way up to 4th place here. Yeah, maybe they're better games are at home. They're 9-10-2 on the road, but the Rangers, we know they're 5-10-4 at home right now. I got to take the Sabres one more time and keep this going here. Man, this team's been awesome. Rangers, meanwhile, are struggling. They've lost here. They're coming in off of a loss last time out to Utah, 3-2 in overtime. They did beat Florida, remember, in the outdoor game, but before that they were mired in a losing streak. So we'll see if they can get a win here at home, but I'm apt to take Buffalo here in this one over New York. Rangers have won 14 of the last 20 meetings between the two teams, but Buffalo on an 11-1 run, 7-1 run on the road. The Rangers have dropped 4 of their last 5 games overall. Rangers have gone under in 9 of their last 11 at home, and Buffalo's gone under in 6 of their last 8. In fact, the two teams are combined 34-51 to the under, and the Rangers are 4-15 to the under at home. I'm going to take the Sabres, though, in this one. Let's see what we got in the chat. Thank you for being here for the hockey segment with me. And let's see who we've got. Cal Dog is on the Sabres here. Kelly says the Rangers kind of own this series with those unders. I'm going to go with the under for sure. They're probably Kelly, but I think Sabres are my official play on the show here. And let's see here. Buffalo is better at home, no doubt about it. Maybe the Rangers can start to turn it around. Cal Dog says Lions going to be out another week to 10 days with that injury. And Canadians against Calgary there. Canadians finally did the job, huh? Beat that Calgary team. I know I had the winner on the under in that game, but I thought Calgary was maybe a value play there. Timmy had that under as well. Good job. Timothy Hawk is on the Sabres. There's Timothy Hawk. You know, it's this hockey segment. Timothy Hawk's going to be here. And let's see, it's in a figure. Did Calgary win? Montreal did win it last night. Senna. And all right, let's move on to the next. Canucks on the road taking on the Red Wings here. And Red Wings about $1.70 favorite here. Total 6/20. Vancouver, losers of 4 in a row right now to Philadelphia, Seattle, and Boston, all at home. And then they lost to Buffalo in that game we just mentioned. Detroit, meanwhile, coming off of a win at Ottawa to stop a 2-game losing streak. Vancouver 12-9 on the road this season. They've done a pretty good job, no doubt about it, although they are 12-19 as an underdog. Detroit 14-8 at home here so far this season. Also 11-9 straight up as a favorite. Vancouver's dropped 6 of their last 7. They've also lost 7 of the last 9 games against Detroit. I mean, just a couple of times a year. Detroit's won 11 of their last 16 games overall. Detroit's gone under in 6 of their last 7, but Vancouver's gone over in 6 of their last 8 coming in. So maybe some intersecting zeros. Let's see what you guys have in this one with Vancouver and Detroit here on Thursday. I want to hear from you guys in the chat. Detroit still 7-13 to the under as a favorite, even though for the most part they've been slightly an over team. Vancouver 25-17 to the over so far this season. So let me go to the chat here and see if you guys got a play here. 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams in Detroit have gone over. The first meeting of the season was 4-0. Detroit won it at Vancouver in a shutout. So let's see what you have here in this one. And hey, Nexus is already there. Yeah, NBA was a short card there, Nexus. So it was at the beginning, kind of the beginning of the show after the football game. Timothy Hawk likes the Red Wings here in this one. I'm just a little bit, I don't know about that price, $1.60. I'm even showing $1.70 here right now. So still, Vancouver, a pretty crummy favorite. Cal Dog is liking the over. to Brincat. Here's an anytime goal there. So, all right. Hey, I got to make my call here in this one between Vancouver and Detroit. Man, Detroit, very, very solid as an under, as a favorite here. But, I'm sitting here looking at this one with $1.60, and I just got to take Vancouver here in this one plus money here. Detroit, yeah, they're okay at home, but Vancouver, not awful money-wise here on the road. You got a Vancouver right now, 3 units to the good on the road. Yeah, they're the worst home team in the league money-wise, but on the road, they've actually been slightly profitable here. Detroit at home, meanwhile, they're also, profitable team at home for sure. They've been a profitable team this season, but at $1.40 or so, I'm going to try Vancouver as a dog here in this one. All right, let's move on to the next one here with the Devils taking on the Pens. Here you got New Jersey, 22-19-2. Pittsburgh, 20-12-9 coming in. Pittsburgh, red hot here at this point. Good on them. Winning streak here right now for the Pens, 5 games in a row. They've also beaten New Jersey in 10 of the last 13 meetings. New Jersey's lost 2 straight and 6 of their last 8 games coming in here this one, but this is probably the right spot for them. They are 10-7 as an underdog this season are the Devils. These two teams did meet already once this year. New Jersey won at home 2-1 in that one. They're minus $1.05 or so here on the road. Pittsburgh hot, no doubt about it, but they are just 1-6 in their last 7 games at home against New Jersey. New Jersey's kind of owned the series with these guys, although Pittsburgh did win two of the 4 meetings, or two of the meetings last season back to back there in March and April. Pittsburgh's gone over in 5 of their last 6 at home. New Jersey's gone under in 10 of their last 12 games overall coming into this one. All right, let me hear from the chat here. I think I'll make my call in this one. 12-game card here. New Jersey and Pittsburgh. I'm on the Devils here. I've got 3 road teams right now so far. 3 road teams are my picks. Here we go with some of the chat here. And let's see, Mr. Westers, he faded the Devils in that game. What against the Isles there? That 9-0 game everybody's been talking about. Devils here though for Timmy Two Shoes with me. How about that? Kelly says Pens 0-6 at home versus New Jersey. But Pens, let's go. So she says, I think she's saying they're going to turn it around here. It says 6-0, 6 straight losses at home. They're ready to turn it around on this team. I'm kind of saying they'll keep it going. Timothy Hawk says take the Penguins here. And Cal Dog on the Penguins in this one. All right. Let's keep it moving here right now with this next one here. Toronto on the road taking on the Flyers. You have Toronto coming in here right now 20-15-7. Philadelphia 22-12-7. Flyers have won 2 straight with wins over Edmonton and Anaheim. Toronto, meanwhile, coming in off of a win over Florida last time out. They've won 3 of 4, although they're just 5-10 are the Toronto Maple Leafs on the road so far this season. Philadelphia 11-3 as a favorite, laying a modest price here, it seems like, doesn't it, at $1.25 in this one. Toronto has dominated this series, make no mistake about it. They've won 12 of the last 13 games between these two teams. Wow, including 6 of the last 7 here in Philadelphia. But Toronto's lost 5 straight on the road where they struggle. They've won 5 of their last 7, so has Philly. But Philly, there's no doubt there is a dominance in this series with the Toronto Maple Leafs. You could say that again here. So let me hear what you guys have to say. They've already played once this year. Toronto won, of course, at Philly 5-2. Man, that is a big trend, but let me see what you got, because I kind of want to take the Flyers here despite that streak. All right, let's take a look here. And there's DeAndre in the chat. All right, DeAndre. Let's see. Kelly here says, Philly of Vladar is in net. Let me take a look. I mean, I'm showing right now Urson, but let's see if there's a consensus on some of the other sites anyway. I don't know if I'm concerned necessarily with either goalie here. The spot to me is saying Philly for me here in this one. So I'm going to go against this big trend right here. I'm going to take Philly at home in this one and take the Flyers. Look, they're a great favorite right now, 11-3. I'm going to kind of ignore this series history, I think, even with the 1 win this year in Philly for Toronto. Yeah, it was one of their 5 road victories. Philly 12-5 at home. Mr. Wesker's always fading the Leafs. We know that. And I think Timmy liking the under here in this one. Yeah, we're definitely seeing some overs with these two right now. Philadelphia over in 4 of their last 5. The series is also over in 8 of their last 10. Even though they are both over teams this season, I will note that Toronto 7-10 to the under as a dog, and Philadelphia 6-8 to the under as a favorite. Cal Dog on the Flyers here. Timothy Hawk on the Flyers. Kelly's on the Flyers. Okay, you guys are with me on the Flyers. All right. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm the trend guy here, and usually I would probably be like, hey, we're probably going to roll with this one. But at $1.25, Philadelphia obviously playing a pretty good here. Toronto's on a decent run for sure. I mean, they've had some struggles, but they're kind of finding it here again all of a sudden. But Philly's having a good season. All right. We're a third of the way through here, this big card. Here are the Ducks on the road taking on the Hurricanes. Well, for Anaheim here, 21-19-3. Carolina, 26-14-3. The Ducks are on a losing streak, and you just wonder, you hope for their sake that, that the first half of the season, wasn't a fluke here right now. But, they've lost 7 in a row. Here at this point, they have won 13 of the last 20 against Carolina. I mean, that's pretty good, seeing that Carolina has been pretty strong, over the last few years. I mean, this is a 10-year sample size, but, you could say that the Hurricanes have been the better franchise. Anaheim's lost 6 of their last 7 on the road. Carolina just 2-8 at home against the Ducks in the last 10 meetings between the two teams. So, maybe there's a little something to it here right now. We'll tell you this. I mean, you got 2 of the biggest over teams right now going, right? Anaheim, they're really the over team. 29-14 to the over, 18-11 to the over as a dog. I mean, they're getting big price here in this one. I don't think I'd lay it here with the Hurricanes necessarily, but the Ducks are having their struggles right now. Carolina is 15-8 to the over at home. They've gone over in 5 of their last 6 at home, over in 7 of their last 10. Anaheim's gone over in 6 straight. Let me just take the over here in this one. I know it is 6.5, but I will take the over here with the Ducks. And the Hurricanes, they did play their first meeting. It was 4-1. The Hurricanes won at Anaheim. So that one was an under for sure. And it was 6.5 on that night as well. But I'm going to try the over here with Anaheim and the Hurricanes here on Thursday night. Timmy says it is tempting on the Ducks to even at least try that puck line. It's just that they really haven't even recovered these puck lines here of late. They lost to Philly 5-2, lost to Washington 7-4, lost to Minnesota 5-2. They did cover the puck line against Tampa Bay during this losing streak 4-3, but Kelly says Ducks are 8-2 straight up in Carolina. But how about that, huh? Timothy Hawk likes this one to go over with me. And maybe Anderson can be got. Kelly says the Ducks have actually ended up losing 12 of their last 14 here, but 8-2 won in Carolina. Cal Dog on the under here. Kelly's going to say you got to still look at Carolina here possibly. Want to say hello to Errol in the chat today. Hi, Errol. Hope I got that right. And also, all right, I'm going to take the over with Anaheim and Carolina. All right. Yeah, you just stick with Tony long term. You'll be all right. You stick with Tony. All right. Here we go. Let's go to the Flames and the Bruins here right now. And you got Calgary here. Yeah, they're on the road. You might know what to do here. But let's not write them off. Calgary 18-21-4. Boston 22-19-2. Calgary with 3 straight losses here right now to Nashville, Seattle, and last out against Montreal. Boston here 12-8 at home. Calgary just 6-14 on the road. $1.45, a little bit of a price, but you know what? It might be Calgary on the back-to-back. I failed with them yesterday. I tried to go with them yesterday. Hey, we had the total right on the show. I did bet Calgary here. I know the Sharps are probably going to take Calgary in this one, and usually that is a good trigger for me to do so, but just hard to ignore the fact that Boston really has been so dominant here right now. Take a look at this. You got a Boston team that they're up 5 units at home so far this season. Meanwhile, Calgary is down 7 2/3 units at home. so far. The two teams met back in December, and Calgary won it at home 2-1. They've actually been okay against Boston for the most part. In fact, Calgary here right now coming in just 1-5 in their last 6 games on the road, but Boston's lost 7 of their last 9 coming in, and 4 of their last 5 at home. Man, what do you guys think in this one? Maybe I better pivot to the total here. You got teams that are 50 and 36 combined to the over here right now, and maybe that might be the answer for me. Let me go to the chat and see what you guys have. Give me the over here. Give me another over here with Calgary and Boston. The total is at probably 6, shaded to the over now. No, 6 or 6 under 15 here. I'm going to take the over in this one with Calgary and Boston. You know, Calgary's going to be the side of the Sharps. That's what I proclaim, and that's my what I always say, I know who the Sharps are on. I think they're going to come back with Calgary in this one, but man, Bruins at home, not spectacular, but profitable. That's for sure. And Calgary on the road, like we said, just a poor team on the road right now. Lost to Montreal last night, 4-1. Boston had the night off. So Calgary on the back-to-back. Let's go to the chat here a little bit. And Kelly says Calgary only 6 road wins. Maybe Korpisalo will be in there, huh? Kelly says maybe Calgary. That's the way I'm looking. That's why I'm going to go to the total. I'm kind of reserving a little bit. Timothy Hawk on the Bruins here. And thank you, Ari. Let me go to you right now. And to help you out with that, please go over to Tony'sPicks.com and take a look at our premium picks. Check out the All Cappers tab. That's where you'll find me. Go to the handicapper. You can go with any of the handicappers, but go to my handicapper profile page, and that's where you get signed up. Use that promo code TonyT there. I'm off to an okay run here right now, 12-5 in college football. Got some soccer winners out there. A little bit of an okay run here in the NBA as well. You see the winners here right now, also profitable in the NBA there over the last week. So check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. I can bring you here through the weekend with a 3-day sports pass for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, or maybe go a little bit longer for the 1 week there. Thank you very much for asking. Really appreciate that. There's the week package for $149 over there. That'll take you all the way through a whole week of plays with me, all the way through these football games, but more importantly, college basketball as well. So thank you for asking. All right. This was a paid announcement. Let's continue on here. Thank you to Errol. All right. Cal Dogs on the Bruins there as well. Mr. Wesker says Calgary ruins dreams. And Calgary wins in, I think Calgary wins in Boston, says Timmy. And Cinna, nice to see you there. Thank you, Cinna. Nice to see you in there. And let's see here, Mr. Weskers. All right. Thank you, Arl. And, Arl, I think for most of us on these shows, I think most people would say that straight bets are the only way to go, really. I'm a kind of a high volume player. I like to play the landscape, but parlays really, there is a time and a place for some parlays, but really straight betting is the way to go. I really can't stress that enough. I know it might be tired to hear that from cappers, but it really is the way you need to do it. I mean, you have to hit 53.28% here to really clear the vig. So just try to grind it out a little bit. Thank you, Arl. Really great to have you. Okay, round robin parlay, right, Kelly? Some round robin parlays. I always love it, though. I'd rather do that than just some straight 2-teamers, right? If you're going to do that, take some of your favorites here maybe and round them up, even get some 2- and 3-teamers that way. Great point, Kelly. Okay, let's get continuing here right now with our NHL card. I'm going to go to the Panthers and the Canadians. Yeah, the Canadians are here off that back-to-back game. Montreal 24, 13, and 6, continuing to do the job. Looks like Sam will be in goal here. Oops, better give Bob a capital letter. I mean, don't disrespect the Bob. There we go. Bobrovsky and Montembeault in here. Montreal winners of 2 straight, including that win last night over Calgary, 4-1. They also beat Dallas before that. Pretty impressive run here by Montreal. They also had wins over Carolina and Florida. They're pretty hot right now. Coming in for Montreal here, they've won 4 out of their last 5 overall. They've also beat Florida right now in 6 straight meetings between the two teams. But man, this seems like a good price for Florida. Actually, here, Florida's won 6 of their last 8 on the road, although they have dropped 4 of their last 6. Florida's gone over in 6 of their last 9. 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams have gone under. Montreal's gone under in 5 straight at home. Man, Montreal does do a nice job in this series here. 6 straight wins, including already back in December. Montreal won it 3-2 at Florida. So let's go to the chat here in this one. I might have to buck this one and go against my Canadians. Let's see what you guys have in the chat. I kind of want to take Florida at this price. Here we go. Let's take a look right now. And hey, want to say hello to, hey, there's Sandro in the chat. Nice to see you in there, Sandro. All right. Also, let's see. Arl says, no, Arl, you know what? I'm pretty much a straight better. I don't think parlays are really that great, but if you are going to parlay, I'd prefer to do it in 2-teamers than anything else. But yeah, pretty much a straight better here. I don't really recommend a lot of parlays, but you know, the one thing you hear on the shows and a lot of the talking heads or, you know, cappers will say, you know, try to avoid parlays, but actually, when you believe you have a true advantage, maybe your numbers just, you know, say, you know, that's when you're supposed to parlay. When you believe you have a true advantage over the book or your numbers, that might be the time actually to take a stab with some parlays. So hopefully that's helpful information anyway. Kelly says she's going to be leaning under in all Florida games, maybe moving forward right now. Kelly, is that right? The way things are going. Florida's been playing a few overs here, but all right. And let's see what else. Timothy likes the under in this one. And Timmy here, he's talking a little soccer action in there. Thank you. Sandro says, what do you think of live betting? I think it's absolutely terrific, Sandro. I go on some live betting shows and really like that. Thanks all for asking. Yeah, hey, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and use that promo code Tony T at checkout to get those premium picks. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you in the chat there. And Tony, there it is. Go to my premium picks at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code Tony T to save 15% off those single day packages, or pick up my weekly package here at Tony's Picks. I'm a pretty high volume player. I think you'll get well worth your money's worth there. If you get the 7-day package, probably get upwards of I would say 28 to 35 picks over a span like that of my best plays. You know, I'm on some other channels too and some other shows, but my top plays are right here at Tony's Picks every day. My best picks for sure are right here at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, I guess I'm on the Panthers. You guys, I can't not take the Panthers in this game. I know Montreal owns this series right now, but I'm going to take Florida here in this one. All right, I hope we covered some of that in the chat there. All right, Mr. Westers. Yep. All right. Yeah. All right. Thanks a lot, man. I'm sorry for not being so clear on that. Yeah. So what you do is you go over to maybe the all cappers tab here. This is a look at tonyspicks.com. Go to the all cappers tab at the top and you'll see all the cappers in here. Scroll down and then you'll see them all. You'll see uh, some of our favorites. There's DeAndre as well. There's Vegas Al there as well. That's a great show before us at midnight Eastern and 9 Pacific. And there you'll see me, and there's Tony as well. And then you'll click on that tab. And then when you click on that, then you'll see those packages come up just like that. And I also offer some single day packages, usually with 3 picks. For example, I had a college card today with 3 picks in there as well. So, all right. Really appreciate that, man. Really, really great. Okay. Continuing on here a little bit, let's get to some of the other action here from the card here. Let's go to the Oilers taking on the Jets. You got Calvin Pickard here going for the Oil, and you got Hellebuck going here for the Jets. In this one, Edmonton 21, 16, and 6. Winnipeg 15, 21, and 5. Man, Winnipeg, another one of these teams on a endless losing streak here at this point. 10 in a row right now here. But is this the one? I wish, wish they were getting a better price because this is the one. It really does feel like this is going to be the one for Winnipeg here against the Oilers. Now, look, the Oilers are coming in off of a win here. Make no mistake, they beat Nashville 6-2 last time out. Winnipeg, meanwhile, they haven't really come close, but I feel like this is the spot. I might actually just take them here. Wish they were getting a better price, but I can only get what I'm getting here, and I think the price is, as a popular handicapper says, for a reason. In this one, the Oilers only $1.15 against these struggling Jets here right now. Look, these are two teams that are definitely going over here. 48 and 36 to the over combined. Winnipeg's 10 and 5 to the over right now as a favorite here. Also 11 and 8 to the over at home. They've gone over in 5 of their last 7. Edmonton's gone under in 4 of their last 6 on the road. Edmonton's also won 5 of the last 6 meetings here in Winnipeg between these two teams. I'm still taking the Jets here. I'm taking a long shot. They're only a short dog here in this one. I'm taking the Jets to snap their losing streak here on Thursday night. Man, I'm taking some unpopular sides, some feel contrarian here a little bit. All right. And Cinna, thank you, Cinna. Yeah, I see you in there. Get the 2-team parlay there. You're welcome to it, Cinna. You take a 2-teamer. I don't mind. All right. Also, Timothy Hawk is on the Oilers in here as well. And great to see you guys in the chat, man. You guys are really helping me along here, get through this Big 12 game hockey card tonight. How about the Islanders on the road taking on the Predators? Well, here are the Predators. Am I going to take them again? I've been taking them nonstop. Now they have lost 2 of their last 3, but it seems like I've been on them for a month right now. Taking on the Isles here in this one, and their favorite, $1.15. Predators off a loss to Edmonton 6-2. Islanders, meanwhile, come in here having won 2 straight, beating Toronto, beating New Jersey right now. They are 18 and 11 as an underdog. The Islanders are one of the best underdogs in the league here. They're also pretty solid on the road at 10 and 7 here. Somewhat profitable. Yeah, profitable on the road for sure for the New York Islanders. They're up 4.5 units on the road. They're up 8 units on the season. Talk about Nashville. They are, still kind of a break-even proposition. Actually, they're 2 units down so far this season. The Islanders have come in here right now. not only on a 2-game winning streak here currently, but they've had some rough times against Nashville for sure. They've lost 11 out of the last 13 meetings in this series. Nashville's won 6 of their last 9 and 5 of their last 6 at home, and 6 straight over the Islanders here, kind of dominant in this series. Like I said, I usually just can't stop betting on the Predators here right now, and maybe you just got to do it again at this point, the way they dominate the Islanders right now. Maybe we can hear from you in the chat. Islanders have gone under in 9 of their last 10 games on the road. 13 of the last 20 meetings between these two teams, however, have gone over coming in. So let me hear from you first in this one, because I think I could use some help. Let's see what we got here in this one. And all right, over here for Timothy at the 5.5 there. Islanders struggle to score on the road, and this might be the spot that let's see here. Nashville for Kelly. I'm on them too. Give me Nashville here. I mean, we can't stop betting on them at this point. We're committed to Nashville here. Look, they've had wins over Utah, Vegas, and Calgary here of late. I'm going to take the Predators again. I feel like we've been on them for 10 or more straight games right now. And they're good because they've been winning a few. They aren't exactly favorites usually, but they are a slight favorite here. Let's get going here right now. The Senators are on the road taking on the Avalanche. And Colorado comes in 31-4-7. They're in a slump. They've lost 2 in a row. Break them up. Ottawa's lost 2 straight here as well, with losses to Utah and Detroit coming in. So, look, I don't know. Colorado's down to 250 here. This is like a cheap price for them lately. They're still 17-0 at home right now coming in. For Ottawa, meanwhile, they are 13-8 to the over on the road, but Colorado is 18-24 to the under here so far this season. 7 of the last 8 meetings between these two teams have gone over. Ottawa's gone over in 6 of their last 9 and 7 of their last 10 games on the road. Let's see what you have here. It's still a pretty big price. Ottawa's not a terrible puck line team. They're 8-3 on the puck line, but Colorado 22-19 there on the puck line. Give me the over in this one with Ottawa and Colorado. I'll go over the 6.5. It says 6 over 25 there on the screen, so either 6 over 25 or 6.5 under 30, I think right now looks like the right price. So yeah, maybe 7 goals get there in this one, and if it is 7, that might favor Ottawa to cover to stay in there in a 4-3 game possibly. Let's see. Timothy likes the Avalanche here. Colorado's been busy, says Kelly. They've just played here recently. The losses to Tampa Bay and Florida. They also played Carolina back on the 3rd. So, yep, 4th game here in, since the 3rd there. Thank you, Kelly. Timmy Two Shoes got Makar to get a goal here. Okay, Kelly, 4-6. Gotcha, 4-6. Couple more here on the Thursday NHL card. Thank you for such great interaction tonight. Minnesota here on the road, 25-11-8. Seattle comes in 20-14-7. You've got Seattle here continuing to smoke the Kraken right now. Seattle on a 4-game winning streak. Seems like they've been just terrific here for about the last 3 weeks right now. And you do have them here as an underdog against Minnesota. We know Minnesota's been stellar, but they have lost two in a row and 3 of their last 4 right now. This is almost a slump for Minnesota, the way things have been going. And, they're laying a little bit of a price here. Seattle's done a nice job right now, especially in this latest run. They are 10-7 at home so far this season. Still Minnesota 12-7 on the road. You got the Great Wall of St. Paul in there in Wallstedt. Grubauer's been pretty good here as well. Minnesota's won 7 out of the last 9 games between these two teams, but the Kraken here having won 8 of their last 9. But they have lost 6 in a row at home to Minnesota. There's like 3 3 or 4 of these games where it's one-sided, yet the team that's hot seems to not have the season series against their opponent. Minnesota's won 10 of their last 15. They've gone over in 6 straight and over in 5 straight on the road. Seattle's gone under in 9 of their last 12 at home. They're 6-15 to the under here at home. How can I not take a hot team like the Kraken here at a plus money big time, given the fact they've won 8 of their last 9 games right now? Give me the Kraken in this one. And we've got Kaprizov to score a goal, says Timmy. Timothy Hawk is on the Kraken. And Kelly says, look at Seattle. Yep, Seattle on that great run, but Minnesota's a better team. She's going to take them in regulation here. Cal Dog liking the over. I want to say hello to Mike in the chat. He says over or under. Oh, no, I took the Kraken. I'm taking the Kraken in this one. Cal Dog says Wallstedt is a confirmed goalie here. Thank you, Cal Dog. I didn't even check to see which goalies might even be totally confirmed here right now, but we do see that there. Thanks a lot for that. All right, one more and the show is over. Man, we got through 12 games here, and it's going to be the struggling Vegas Golden Knights here at home. They are 18, 11, and 12, but they did break that losing streak finally by beating Winnipeg the other night, 4-3. It did take overtime to get it done. Columbus, meanwhile, lost 2 straight to Pittsburgh and San Jose. Those teams are doing pretty well. How about that? But by the way, San Jose is not playing tonight, but how about the goal by Celebrini last night and that San Jose game? We did have San Jose. Just want to mention maybe some of the wins last night on the show. We did take San Jose. Yeah, it was on the puck line, but talked about it. How about that goal last night, though, by Macklin Celebrini? We had a pretty good night here, I thought, on hockey. We had the under with that Flames-Calgary game. We had the Blackhawks here as well, and we had the Sharks. So 3-2, but a little bit of plus money in there. So really appreciate you guys joining me here. Let's look at this one with Columbus and the Golden Knights. Got $1.75 here for the Knights. A total 6.5 under at -115. Akira Schmidt in goal here in this one, going up against Chet Greaves in the pipes for the Blue Jackets. Blue Jackets are 8-19 as an underdog. Vegas only 8-6 at home so far this season, but you look overall, Vegas here having lost 5 of their last 6, but they have won 5 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams. Columbus does feel pretty live here, actually, with this price. Columbus has done a nice job. They're on the road, a little bit profitable here for sure. Columbus, even though a subpar record, you know what, they are almost down 2 units on the road, but it's Vegas at home that's really the money burner. They're down almost 8 units at home so far this season. So, man, Columbus, I don't know if this puck line is too high for sure. Probably just pivot to the total here and take the over in this one with Columbus and Vegas here. Vegas has gone over in 7 of their last 9 games coming in. When these two teams played, it's usually been an under. In fact, they met back in December. It was 3-2 in favor of the Golden Knights. But give me the over here in this one on Thursday between the Jackets and the Knights. And I'll go to the chat, see what you guys have, and then the show's over here. Thank you for joining me on Night Moves. All right, let's see here. Kelly says Vegas has more OTs than any other team. Yeah, can you believe it? That's a great point, Kelly. That might make Columbus even a little bit more live as Vegas fan with these 12 overtime losses here so far this season. Cal Dog liking the under here in this one. And let's see, Timothy Hawk likes Vegas as well. Kelly says, yeah, you know what? Boy, you might be right, Kelly. I think Columbus can't be overlooked really in this one. Puck line is pretty high. What is it actually? It's probably about $1.50 or more. Let me see. I think I've already made my pick on the over there, but I've got to look now. Columbus, minus $1.65 on that puck line. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's right. Never like to take that last favorite, that West Coast favorite. Werenski, anytime goal, if he's in there, says Timmy Two Shoes. Maybe take a peek at the injury list here. Yep, I've got him in this one, it looks like. So, all right, I guess that's it for Night Moves here, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me here on the show. Really appreciate you having me here. And got about 40 of you here with me live right now. Make sure you come on back tomorrow for more Night Moves. We'll preview that Friday college football game. Man, enjoy that game tonight. It's going to be an awesome one with Miami and Ole Miss. And on Friday with the other game. Then we get into the pro football this weekend. What a weekend it's going to be and what a shows we're going to have here on Night Move. So make sure you head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and use the promo code Tony T at checkout. Save 15% off all premium pick packages. Thank you to the awesome members of the chat here tonight. Really kept the flow going and kept the show going as well. So really appreciate that. Thanks to DeAndre Stevenson as well for joining us here. We'll be back tomorrow with more Night Moves. And for the Tony's Picks YouTube channel, the 50,000 subscriber juggernaut, I'm Ramon Scott. So long from Night Moves.